Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
Flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between. The woman, she started it, and because she was the original... Yeah, dude, you popped a cherry.
I know, right? Maraschino
Look at that.
cherry.
Maraschino!
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, she's pretty, too.
Let me see that. Is it pretty dusted? Looks dusted.
It's, like, dark? Like
a purple?
Definitely in there. There's some, and maybe in the center of the other one. There's
oh, yeah,
definitely
dude. There's
purple.
some purple.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another strain episode.
Boop, 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 boop.
Checking out something super tasty today.
Ooh, it's so good. So we got Peach
Maraschino.
This is made with Peach Ringz and Maraschino.
Right?
Peach Ringz with a Z.
Yeah.
Check
pretty
that
balanced
out.
hybrid strain. It's supposed to be like very mood uplifting, happy, creative, good for like pain, anxiety, probably depression.
Dude,
in there,
I need all of that.
which is great. I was going to say with this, it's the seasonal depression. It's right after the holidays. How many people have been just really struggling?
You know, I actually thought about that, and it's something that I just got lab results. So I got my blood work done, and checking out my testosterone levels and all this other stuff. And surprisingly enough, dude, like I'm doing really well. Like before, I remember I told you my body was producing a lot of red cells and stuff like that. It's gone down to normal. But weird shit. It's pretty much saying I'm dehydrated. It's saying my kidneys and my liver are dehydrated, which
Weird.
I just don't drink as much water as I used to because...
Maybe you need to have like electrolyte water that it is actually putting into your body. I saw this thing Emily had sent me, and it was talking about how Europeans make fun of Americans because we're always lugging around this like 1 gallon thing of like, look how much water I'm drinking in a day. And it's like, why are you drinking so much? And it's like, well, because our food is full of shit. You go to Europe and they actually have a lot less crap in their food than we do. And so they're laughing at it like, yeah, we drink like a glass of water with our meals.
Well, there's
And
nothing
we're-
bad with like what I mean,
No,
drinking
but
good amount
it
of
makes
water.
me wonder, like, you know, if there is something with that is like our bodies just end up feeling more dehydrated, not taking as much, or we end up having to drink more water to balance out. But dang,
It's just the
maybe dry
terps.
throat.
Yeah, it is dry throat. Hold on. Now we were using the air vapes.
Yeah, Jesse's rocking the it's the steampunk edition.
Steampunk.
Dude, open the inside of that. I really like this one's
I'll
clean.
open it after I'm done roasting.
Yeah, mine's a very clean, plain look on it.
It's just got like a brushed brass look.
And the last time that we tried these, or at least we did the episode where I was rocking my air vapes, I was like, man, mine has to be higher temp to get these same clouds.
Yeah, and you fixed that.
Well, I realized if you have the little air vape symbol up, it works. If it's down, the little cartridge that holds the flower is away from the heating element,
yeah.
so it doesn't heat quite as well.
Well, what I really like about this is that it heats up insanely fast. It's a little warm in the hand. This is the 1.0. They got the 2.0 coming out. Actually, it's already out. You can go and check it out. But they fixed the heat issue on there. I mean, they think of everything.
It actually feels nice. I don't think it feels too hot on
Nope.
hand.
And what's really good, the battery, you can switch it out, but the battery lasts a long time.
Yeah, I hadn't used this in months. I pulled it out. It was about a third of the way charged. I still got like 4 or 5 sessions out of that third of the way. And I
I'm
was like,
telling you, dude.
what the crap? And they're 5-minute sessions. Like we talked about that. It was like, holy shit, this isn't incredible.
Has this little cool pod. I know we've talked about this before, but one thing that I really like about this is that you heard me cough a little bit. Ugh. And seriously, it's the terps, but what I like is that the heating source is down here, then it goes through a tube, so it cools it down slightly before it gets to you.
I think it's the coolest temperature vape that we use.
Dude, speaking of like pipes, they have these things called freeze pipes. You see those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
But you ever read the reviews? But people say, it's great. Coolest hits, no coughs. right? Coils are a pain in the ass to clean.
Why does it have coils in a pipe?
Not coils. It looks like coils.
Oh,
the glass is coiled, but it's got this cooling gel inside, so it's dual layered.
Yeah.
But because that pipe is so like
twisty.
Yeah,
weird.
and it's cold, that shit just sticks inside.
Well, you want to know why? And this is just me guessing out loud because most of the stoners that I know, my guess is because how often do people really clean their pipes? Because when I had a little bubbler that had and this is when I first got into cannabis.
We talk about that little handheld one?
Yeah. So it actually, because I didn't clean it all the time, and it had a tiny little stem going down that got a lot of resin in there. And it built up to the point that I actually got a little ball of resin stuck in the bottom that was too big to come out. I couldn't get it out ever. So it would just float around in the bowl in the bottom of the water of the bubbler for ages. And finally, like, I soaked it in like 99% ISO for days. Finally, in those days,
you broke it down.
Broke it down enough that I could get it out. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, if any of you don't clean that device every single time, it will build up. And that, because of that, is going to suck to clean. It's not going to work nice. It's not going to look nice. You know, and it's just like any of our devices, you know, even the Storz & Bickel. You know, I love the devices. I love the flow. I love it. They're great products.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, you have to clean them pretty regularly because all the flour, like, it builds up inside it.
Yeah, and you get this, like, it'll get hard, and I am not the best at remember because I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then, and a lot like you, some of you guys are like, that's fucking gross. I clean it every single time. That's totally fine. I don't wipe my ass every time, okay? Just go with that. Yeah,
wow.
I just do that.
Just before you come to class as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh.
It's the only time.
Yeah.
I just got these, like, bodagates chilling there. No. No, I mean, I'm a very meticulously clean person, but
I know.
One of the things that I love about this is that these little pods, like, you pop it out, and there's your flour. Oh, motherfucker.
It's hot, yeah. Look out.
Like, it cools down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is it. Like, you got that little heat. This disperses the heat from that bowl, so it kind of cooks it together. And there's a heat from the bottom and heat from the top. And then it goes through this little area here and then up to this tube.
It's fantastic. It's got the tube in there. And, like...
And it's a ceramic tip. It's not plastic.
Nicotine vapes, it has an interchangeable battery.
Yeah.
So when you do go through, like, your product...
Well, say you were camping, dude, and you're like, you know, I'm going to charge a couple batteries. I'm going to take it with me. I don't really want to take... I mean, you could put it in the car and charge it, but that's so really fucking annoying, dude. I hate that part about camping.
Honestly, I just have... If I had this as my... like, and maybe this will be... Maybe as a daily user, I would just bring a secondary battery if it was like, hey, I know I'm going to use a shit ton of this today. You know?
Totally.
Because I love
but it lasts quite a bit. Now, I got 10 sessions off of one charge.
That's what you're saying.
But, I mean, and I've been using the Storz & Bickel lately, too, as well. I'm using the the Mighty Plus, and I get about 5 to 6, maybe. And those are 3-minute sessions.
Yeah, I think that's about what the Venti was, too, is about 6 sessions. And then...
And that's crazy but this one just keeps going, and it heats up super fast. That's the one thing I don't like. Storz & Bickel can take a little bit.
And when you're impatient and don't want to wait, sometimes it's hard because, like, it's my cannabis and I want it now.
Yep.
You know.
JG Keyforth.
Yeah, so it's just how it goes. But honestly, dude, this is a delightful strain.
Yeah, one of the things I want to say about this is a slow onset, but it's very uplifting. It's not overly cotton-mouthy, very slightly. Not bad.
I feel it in the center of my head, but not like enveloping the outside too much.
Nope, it's like in the center. I could feel it right here. My kind of like, if I was to touch it, it'd be my forehead. But yeah, it feels like in the center of my brain.
Right.
And
very
I just
clear-headed though.
Super clear. It's nice. You could smoke a lot of this.
I think this is a very happy kind of strain. It said it has 30% THCA, CBDA, CBG, and CBGA. So that's not bad.
CBG.
Yeah, the top terps are limonene, beta-myrcene, beta-carotene, beta-pinene, linalool, humulene, pinene. That's a very diverse. Well, we know that most cannabis strains are actually incredibly diverse, but they don't really put every terpene breakdown on there because it would be ludicrously long on the on the label, and there's not really as much room for that much. So, oh yeah, that's the one that I had pulled out. Or is that one yours?
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna load it for you.
Oh, I have one in here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I had two. I decided to load up a second one just in case. Then I was like, oh, I'll have it ready.
Well, why not?
Because I know I'm always a double bowl person. Like,
Well, this. I'll come back.
but it's just such a nice, pleasant.
It puts you in a really good mood. Like I'm over here,
Yeah.
like preparing a bowl for Brandon just because.
It's very wonderful. I
just
like
trying
that.
to be nice.
So kind of you.
It's a little behind my eyes, but not bad. You know it's getting dry mouth.
Yeah, I do like though. Again, one of my favorite things, just because we're always recording. It doesn't give any feedback to these mics at all. It's fantastic. I love that.
Like this is such a good strain. It's kind of funny. Like the fruity strains are the ones that I can just keep puffing on. You know what I mean? Like if the one thing that I have done since I've changed, I mean, I do every once in a while still go back to my bong because I enjoy the straight hit. Sometimes you just need like the feeling you get on this one. It's a very gradual, almost a edible high in a bit, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But it's still, flame to flower. It unlocks everything that.
Well, it's like yesterday after I had got off a phone call with an attorney and I was just sitting there and I'm like, man, I really want to smoke. I didn't want to vaporize. I didn't want to dab. I didn't want to puff on a pen. I wanted to smoke a joint. That's what I wanted because I was like, that will probably get me the most elevated from that in a short period of time if I actually smoke the whole thing fast instead of sitting there watching the trees, and it's just smoke's blown off. But if you're actively smoking through that, I feel like I get decent from it.
Yeah. I have to, I had on Monday of the week of this recording, very close an old friend of mine passed away unexpectedly, and addiction's a motherfucker, and alcohol to me is poisonous, but to him, my friend, I mean, it was his. More than likely, it was his demise.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's smoke weed. That's all I gotta say.
That sucks though. It is hard to see that. Even I mean, it really surprised me when you told me that Aubrey's friend had passed away this year.
Yeah, I know, right? She's super
and I was
young.
She's my age, Aubrey's age. And I was like, holy
liver
shit.
failure.
But she drank so much.
She
too,
did.
And that. And I'm
And she just drank beer too.
Oh, and she drank alcohol, liquor, but
every day, dude, she was.
Yeah.
It was beer 30 for her all the time. It was so sad. And it's like my friend, that guy was always, I mean, funny ass memories. Everything, I mean, my memories are flooded. That's why it was so hard. All of it came back. Because what I heard, I was just like, fuck. I was really upset. And then after a bit, I'm like, I gotta go smoke. I gotta get control of this.
Yeah.
And I smoked a bowl from this. And as soon as I was done, I'm like, yeah, it's not enough. And I just got the bog and I lit that fucker up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went downstairs and took a nibble off of an edible. And within about an hour, I finally felt kind of numb. And I was like, I'm just going to play video games to kind of get my mind off it. Couldn't even do that. So I just ended up, I found this really cool YouTube channel. I'm always finding these random fucking channels, dude.
I believe it. How many hours a week do you think you spend through YouTube?
Too much. I mean, I'm always learning, and I can make that excuse. But honestly, when I'm super stressed, I tend to disassociate as much as I can to keep me going. like little hits of cocaine, and I just keep going. But I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh every day. So I gotta find something stupid funny. That's why I'm always sending you memes and shit.
You know what's weird? When I was 18, 19, early 20s.
Fuck, this is really nice when you smoke more of it.
Yeah.
Like,
really
I just feel really good.
I get such an amazingly pleasant strain.
Man.
If you haven't tried Peach Maraschino, it is worth it. Honestly, so we got an email, actually several emails. We got a gift from this person. We've got
Our friend
a lot of
Tyler.
stuff. Yeah, and it's just really understanding, connecting more with him and his struggles, his journey and that. But like so many of us have been in that. And if you guys are struggling like this time of year, life's hard, send us a message. Reach out and check out Peach Maraschino because it will definitely take away the stress, the depression, the anxiety of life right now, that maybe you can look and be introspective to go, hey, what's going on in my life? What things should I really work on? Or because sometimes when we're stressed and anxious and depressed, it's too hard to fix whatever we actually need to try and get us out of that moment, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And that, and also kind of thinking, because it just reminded me of something. There's a UFC fighter named Sean Strickland. He's a monster, but at the same time, he's kind of a dumbass in some way. I mean, he's really intelligent in other ways, but a little too rough on the other one. And he is just saying, like, as our society now, we just tell everybody, just go play the game, or go take a hit or take a drink. That's your answer to get past where you're at. And I can understand some people that it definitely becomes that. But the thing that I think about with is I do that to take retrospect. I need to think about myself. Most of the time when I'm using cannabis, it's very introspective. Very rarely do I get a strain where I'm just like, fucking, I don't care about anything. Like, that's an edible to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I get
a pretty high dose edible?
No, just edibles in general. Like, they go right to my eyelids.
Yeah, I noticed that I feel, wow, dude. All right, so this was one run.
What?
It's not even brownish.
Oh, dude, I gotta see, because mine usually gets pretty brown. What do you have? What's your temp at?
I was 370.
Yeah, I'm 370. What's really cool about this too? Sorry for a side tangent. I'm getting better with that, by the way. You can really quickly adjust the temperature, and it adjusts fast. Now, I've done 2 runs. Feel how warm this is. It's pretty warm.
Side by side. So Phil might, because I've done 2 runs as well. So we've both done 2 runs.
Whoa!
But mine feels cooler.
Yeah, way cooler.
Drastically cooler.
Maybe it's because of this, the metal.
Well, mine's metal too.
No.
A different kind of metal.
Different kind of metal.
That could be. Different metals can.
Because this is brass.
So it's very possible.
I love that little leather strap. Like, this is very tactile feel. Like, this is a really cool, like, it's got
device.
What is it, like a denim on the bottom. It's like jeans, right?
It is a very.
And then it's got this little rubber thing over here. Like, if you are doing Molly and this, you're going to have a great time.
I mean, yeah, cannabis and Molly definitely go well. Not that I would know, but like I would assume that they go very well.
I've never done Molly, but I've done plenty of psilocybin. Do we need to have communion? So we need to do that. We need to
communion.
Get communion, a gathering. We
Is
need,
that
and
like
get the little teapot that I got from Grandpa.
Communion was once a month, and the Christian church we'd do communion, and that was like the sacrament where they'd bring it out, and we'd do,
Yeah, dude. I mean, let me see.
I guess you could call psilocybin a sacrament of sorts, connecting with like a way different.
Oh. Are you okay?
So bowl. Oh yeah. Bowl 2. This will be bowl 3. I'm pretty excited,
dude. This is so good. Like, and I mean, I'm sure that anywhere you can. I mean, you can get peach maraschino almost anywhere.
So I think I loaded that one for you. It might be a new one if you feel like.
That'll be number 3. I got to get a better water bottle. I apologize. If you heard that.
I might just cut them.
Oh, good.
You should be good.
Yeah. Oh, see, this is what I don't like about this couch, is that I keep sinking.
I know. It's quite the sinky couch.
I need a seatbelt.
We get a seatbelt for when
Dude,
Jessica
that'd be
gets too
fucking
high.
funny. Just click. Dude,
All
get
right.
some old school ones. Dude, that'd be a funny chairs. Like
GMC.
old school, like, dude, you
Like
remember?
on Top Gear. It's just literally car seats.
Dude, that would be fucking awesome. Like, it just, oh, dude. Don't even get me started there. That sounds cool, too. Like getting those racing seats.
I know.
Dude, get racing seats
Yeah.
to sit in. Like, those are comfortable, man. They're
Oh,
really
yeah.
comfortable because they support the natural, they keep you upright. Oh, man. I'm
Yeah, I
got
had friends who
racing
would
on the
put
brain all
Recaro
the time.
racing seats in their cars back in the day. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But
Well, Brandon's got an upgrade on his. He's got, like, because we're into Gran Turismo. He got the steering wheel for Christmas, and my sister-in-law let me borrow hers because her kids don't ever use it. And we've been racing on it, and now we don't race as much as we did because it's too intense.
I find that I race all the time still, but it's like during the day sometimes I'm like, okay, hey, I've busted out all of this stuff. I'm going to sit down for 30 minutes or an hour and I'm going to go race and just kind of like practice stuff. But I find, holy shit, like it was even going through licensing and stuff when it hit Formula One cars and that. I'm like, oh, I'm a shitty racer. Like I need to change so much of what I do to be
But it's
even along that same.
But when you're, I think that's one of the things. Like one of my favorite activities. If I've got a fuck off day, I love to be able to race. But I like to get like properly stoned before I do that. And I don't get properly stoned. I probably only get properly stoned when we record and maybe on the weekends. Like I'll do a little bit here and there throughout the day. I've been cutting back.
Oh, dang. I feel like I'm pretty consistent through my use, but for me to actually be elevated is when I'm like popping a bunch of edibles or taking a really large dab. You know, or if I smoke several big joints or something, then I'll feel like, oh, hey, I'm pretty solid. But most of the time, I'm like, I don't have pain. I'm not as stressed. Like the anxiety of life isn't quite as is like on my shoulders. I can deal with everything else without having to go, man, I'm stressed about all this other shit.
Yeah.
You know, or even looking at the stuff in life and going like really introspective with stuff. Like I feel like it's so much easier, but I don't have to be high.
No. I mean, even right now, I'm not high. I'm feeling it. It has peaks and valleys. It's kind of weird. It'll go up and back down a little bit, and then goes back up.
Ah,
That's been cool.
so
I mean, we are on our third bowl.
that's
But
true. So lately I've been I've been checking out some of these CBD products that
Met Naturals.
yeah, I don't sleep great ever usually, but they have these sleep little it's either capsules. I've been taking those, but when we met with them the other week and we were talking with them, they were going, oh, actually put the recovery balm on your feet before you go to sleep.
Oh, how did that work?
And I feel like, I mean, last night wasn't a great example, but
Well, no, stress like a motherfucker.
But the last, like, several nights, I feel like I have woken up feeling way less tired in the morning.
That's
which
amazing.
is huge, yeah, because I'm always tired in the morning. I wake up and I feel like I didn't sleep. Like
Because you're in pain and you're always shifting.
yeah,
and-
I'm always turning, I'm always tossing. And when I'm turning and tossing, I'm not asleep, deep sleeping. I'm like, man, I hurt, I need to adjust. So I'm actively awake in those moments. Like, so it's weird.
that you get to sleep.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty cool, dude. And that says a lot because you've tried a lot of things.
Yeah, but I'm
keep
not
it
great
natural.
with like, yeah, I do. I don't like taking all the weird sleep aids and products
I
and
don't
stuff.
either.
I've tried melatonin, I've tried
But
teas and things. I've, tried all sorts of other stuff. I don't have my phone in my, like, there's all these things that I try to do, but like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it works. And I was thinking about it because I was, everyone buys stuff on Amazon, and
Mm-hmm.
you go and return it. And, well, Kohl's is the easiest, closest return. So I was standing in line at Kohl's, and there's this little like gummies thing. They didn't say they're CBD, but they're like, oh, this is for sleep. This one's for calm. This one's for focus. And I was like, interesting. But the ones that were gone the most were the sleep ones.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that makes a lot of sense, because I would bet that most people have, or a good portion of people have issues either falling asleep, staying asleep, or, combination of the two.
And you feel like so the balm on your feet, how'd that feel? Any different?
I think
Apologize.
I think the combination of the two is really good. I don't know how. I'd have to try and do like a couple weeks testing and write it all down and go, all right, here is what I noticed with just the CBD capsules. The thing is, their sleep ones have also like chamomile or lavender and stuff in the sleep capsules. But yeah, it was actually
Maybe that added, that's what
Yeah.
you needed.
But I'm like, that plus the balm on my feet, like maybe that is.
Well, it probably feels a
You
lot. I
know.
mean, you're getting a good amount. Underneath your feet are very porous.
Well, they were saying there's so many receptors or like things that the bottom of your feet actually interacts within your body. So putting it on that,
Dude,
was
it's like
supposed
your
to help a
balm,
ton.
like your CBD balm. That's a good idea
Yeah.
to put on your feet. Just thinking about it.
oh yeah,
But I mean, well, Met
That's
Naturals has that one.
Mm-hmm.
Go down, check out the details below. We'll get a code from them, and you guys check it out. It's pretty amazing. I mean, we're just in talks with them, but they
I
were
really
like, "We'll give you a
liked-
code, and
yeah.
it'll be forever."
I like the flavor of their products.
Yeah.
I was actually really impressed. I tried a little bit of they have a lemony one, and I
Lemony.
really like lemon flavored.
Mm-hmm.
Loved that one.
Oh, they've got so many good flavors.
And their
too.
mint was like, it's a very clean, refreshing. If you guys have stuck with us, if you guys have tried Sun's Oil or Monspira,
Sun's Oil.
Monspira doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of that one.
No, it's
MLMs are hard to keep up sometimes.
No, there are.
But
Mm.
Sun's Oil is still around. The flavor on that one is not my favorite, but the experience was fantastic. But Med Naturals has actually been quite nice. So I'm excited to see how that one does on a longer term.
I am too. I like the guys over there, but the thing that's really cool, man, is that it looks good. I like their branding too. It's just
It's very
clean,
It's not
medicinal.
stonery.
No, not at all. And I mean, these guys, they've got it down. They've got it really down. Their prices are really decent. They've got some cool stuff on their site. You know what? I'm going on too far. We haven't even sealed a deal with them yet
I know.
to be able to have this here, because the thing
Calm yo tits, Jesse.
I'm pinching my nipples.
Hey,
You're welcome, babe.
so
She's always pinching my nipples.
that's just gonna be a social media clip. now.
There you go, right?
I really like this. This will be bowl number 4. But honestly, I feel like the battery hasn't really gone down much. The experience hasn't become overwhelming. I am just incredibly happy. This is
yeah.
such a pleasant.
This would be great for like a big social gathering of friends, and you just have kind of like, because I'm that kind of guy. I know you are too. Like, if I have the ability to, I'm gonna have a big bowl of just ground flour and be like, hey, dip in there. There's a bong, blah blah blah. I mean, that would be great, dude. If I had a house that had a big ass backyard where my neighbors could give a fuck, I would have people over where we'd have a big old fire out there. There's bongs out there. A house fucking reeks of weed.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I
But-
loved that.
Dude, I still miss that day that, it's a very fond night. I mean, that was fun. It
The
was
very first time you came and got really high, or the one out
Oh,
back?
no. The first time I got high is still a blur. I mean, it literally...
Oh, not the first time, I guess. It would have been the
no.
first time here.
No. The first time I properly got high, I mean, I went like from 0 to 50, and I did not know what I was doing.
But that's what I worry.
It was
like,
all that nasty,
a lot of people
gross
get
weed.
that,
back in the
though.
day.
Oh, speaking of nasty, gross. Actually,
Because when I was in,
do
when
that
I
in a
lived in Washington, I apologize. Hold on one second. When I was in Washington, I had this weed there, and when I saw it, like that was the first time I thought it was like wet granola
what,
because
granola?
it was so fucking sticky
Oh wow. Oh,
and
yeah.
dark
Washington.
purple. I remember and the guy's just like, he rolled, his name was Lucky, or so he says, and he rolled this blunt, and I mean, he rolled it in the back. We hotboxed this truck for like an hour, smoking this blunt, burning so slow.
Yeah, that's
Because it's
fantastic.
so, I mean,
Sticky and
dude,
a
we
nice
still
blunt.
had like about a quarter of it left by the time we got there. And it was at this big party because we were just a bunch of sailors. And this
Yeah.
guy worked with my friend Chad. My friend Chad was like, nutto. Dude, he was on base. And then as soon as he got off for our duty, he was working at Pizza Hut. Like, because he just wanted shit. So he's
That's
just
hilarious.
like, he would work like crazy. And he had a Z71.
Oh, nice. Yep.
And it was awesome. But why did I bring him up?
I have no idea.
Anyways.
Go check out Peach Maraschino.
Yeah.
It is delicious. Great strain. Worth checking out. And go check out Cannabis School Approved. Our new site. It really should be up here.
Oh, it is. It's up. And so
So-
by the time you're hearing this, it is up and live. Go there. Start seeing if your favorite dispensary is up on there. And if not, go talk to them. Say, hey, look, this is pretty kick-ass. And give them a shot at our site because this is so cool. I can't wait for you guys. We have so many cool things that are going to roll out over time that's just going to make this experience even cooler, dude. So many cool ideas. And when they get closer, we'll talk about them, and you guys will be like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. So until then, stay high or not.
Yeah, no.
Catch you next week.
Yeah, take it easy. CBD.